In today's news, KAMARU, Usman, and Henry Cejudo argue over Sean O'Malley's road to the title. During a recent episode of the Pound for Pound podcast, Usman disagreed with Cejudo's claims regarding O'Malley being fast-tracked to a bantamweight title fight by the UFC. Usman mentioned that although the promotion made business decisions, O'Malley fought and defeated whoever they put in front of him, including former champs Aljamain Sterling and Petr Yan.
Sean never went through the ringer like we did to get to the title. Yeah, granted, he did get that victory, Aljamain Sterling.
Aljamain Sterling,
really,
Petr Yan.
And then he
but listen,
but even that one, Coach, was it a great fight? Yes, but I don't know which round he won either. Sean was speeded up to the title shot. They're just being fed with favorable fights.
Sean did beat Petr Yan. He did have fights that seemed like they were favorable matchups, but at the time he dealt with what he had to deal with in order to get to the top. The same thing with Conor McGregor. Everything has to align. You have to perform still. The company has to make money still. Sean O'Malley still went in there and said, I'm going to take Aljo out in 2 rounds, and he did that. These are the recipes for what makes a star. It's not just, oh, they handpicked this guy, that guy. No, they did the best they could with what they were presented. I do agree with you that Chito Vera fight is completely different than a guy like Merab. I think it's a combination of all of those things.
Ray Longo reacts to Merab Dvalishvili becoming the UFC's bantamweight champion. Merab's longtime coach, Ray Longo, has shared his first reaction to Merab's huge achievement at UFC 306. On the Anik and Florian podcast, Longo commended Merab for his incredible work ethic in the gym and shouted out Chris Weidman's father-in-law for consistently sharing his time to train with Merab.
Merab, if anybody put the work in and they want to know how hard he works, or you're going to get guys that want to take the shortcut and just get in there for the fame and the glory, it ain't going to fucking work like that. This motherfucker worked his goddamn ass off, and that's the takeaway. And this one's for Chris Weidman's father-in-law, Maribi's father, Vinny, man. He picked that kid from the beginning. Because you got to remember, when Merab was in the gym, I had Weidman, we had Quint, Aljo, so there were guys before him. So I wasn't really looking. I knew he worked hard and he was a great guy, but people would tell me, this is the guy. Vinny said it. That one night, I remember we had a crazy workout, and Merab got on the treadmill. He had that thing up to, maxed out at 10, and he was booking, and Vinny goes, this is your next guy, man. This work ethic is crazy. And Vinny was a big wrestling guy, so he knew what the wrestling grind was all about. And that Merab brought to the table, man. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Trust me.
Brendan Schaub criticizes the Noche UFC event. Earlier this week, Dana White made history with his ambitious $20 million project named UFC 306 Riyadh Season Noche. The event was extra notable for its unique venue. However, speaking on his Thick Boy podcast, Brendan Schaub shared his brutally honest take on the project, saying that the main event featuring O'Malley and Dvalishvili, as well as the co-main event of Grasso vs. Shevchenko, were lackluster. Schaub also compared the event to the Rainforest Cafe, saying, it looks great, but the product is shit.
My issue is the product that I paid to watch was not great because it wasn't a pay-per-view worthy card. The belle of the ball is the Sphere. Therefore, what you're paying for, unless you're in person, ain't that great, dude. And the main event and co-main event, boy, did the UFC gamble and they lost. You know what this is? You know what the Sphere is? It's Rainforest Cafe. It looks fucking great, but the product is shit. And as a kid, I loved Rainforest Cafe. It looked sick, right? It had like the fucking animals, sounds, and sounds, water, and there was mist. You're like, I'm in a jungle, and then you get your fucking macaroni, and it's horrendous. And you're waiting around forever. UFC doing events at this fair is Rainforest Cafe. Looks great, fun experience. The actual product sucks. I'd rather watch great fights at the Apex Center. I don't need all that. Maybe I'm the minority. I don't know.
Sean O'Malley reveals what is next after UFC 306's loss. O'Malley will follow Israel Adesanya's lead by taking a long break from competition following his recent defeat. During a recent episode of the Timbo Sugar Show podcast, O'Malley said that he probably won't fight until June or July of next year.
I know I could beat him. That's the thing, but that's what it is. It's like I am undefeated in rematches.
I mean, one more win, you're back in the title shot. Yeah. So it's like that'll be even that much sweeter getting that thing back.
Maybe if people, I mean, like, I probably won't fight. I probably won't fight till for 9 months, 10 months, maybe a year. Like, it's gonna be a while. People are gonna have to watch the UFC without the Sugar Show for a little bit, but then maybe they'll realize, like, We had it. It was fun.
O'Malley's coach, Tim Welch, also revealed what he said to Merab during the fight.
First round comes out. What I said to Merab was, Merab, you need to be patient. And that's when he freaked out. And he started bucking himself around. I was like, holy cow. I just said, Merab, be patient. He must have been anticipating that a little bit. But I really wasn't going out of my way to blah, 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 yell. But I did say that. I guess there is an excessive coaching. But I told Herb Dean, I said, some of our call-outs have Merab's name in it. And he said, nope, 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 nope. But I was surprised how much he freaked out. Like, he let his emotions freaking get to him in there. But didn't do anything. Didn't matter one bit. Like I said, we knew how good that guy was.
Merab Dvalishvili reflects on winning the UFC Bantamweight title. Taking tax 2 days after UFC 306, Merab shared his thoughts on the victory, writing, "Wanted to explain also what happened during the fight. When I got O'Malley in the choke, I heard 10 seconds and I knew I didn't have enough time for a submission, so I decided to show him who the daddy was of this fight and gave him a few kisses. LOL. When the ref touched me, I thought it was break time, so I started walking to my corner, but there was still 3 seconds. He was just telling me to stop kissing him. LOL." Merab also addressed what happened between him and O'Malley's coach at the start of the clash, writing, "Everyone is asking what happened at the start of the fight. I was trying to stay professional and focus on the fight only, not wanting to change the energy of the fight. I made no eye contact with O'Malley's team, but when the fight started, I hear his team calling out to me, 'Merab,' trying to coach, provoke, and distract me. I yelled back at them, 'Cut it out and coach your own guy.' I remembered they pulled the same crap with Aljo, not professional. This is the way they want their fighter to win. It's a shame how disrespectful they are and that they have zero sportsmanship." Islam Makhachev responds to Merab Dvalishvili's recent remarks. The beef between Merab and Team Khabib escalates. Before the fight with O'Malley, Dvalishvili spoke his truth on Umar Nurmagomedov, stating that he was being favored by the promotion because he has close ties to Khabib. During UFC 306's post-fight press conference, Merab also stated that Umar is actually not from Russia, he is from Dagestan, but he still represents Russia. Now, in an interview with Usha Taika, Islam Makhachev responded to Merab's comments, saying that he has no clue what he's talking about.
Двалишвили заявил, что Умар Нурмагомедов не из России, он из Дагестана. Это не одно и то же.
Umar actually not from Russia, he's from Dagestan, but he still represents Russian flag.
Некрасиво.
Конечно, в Америке живет, не разбирается в этом. Дагестан не субъект.
Провоцирует?
Конечно, да. Пытается как-то вывести, что-то там такое. Но я думаю, после на эти все вопросы Умар в клетке ответит.
Umar also tweeted this. When Merab's friend Topuria fought for the title after 6 consecutive wins and beating only one top 5 ranked opponent, Josh Emmett, I don't remember that Merab was desperately protesting against such unfairness. It's time for today's top memes. Third place was found over on Reddit and was posted by Salty Dealer. Second place meme was found over on Instagram and was posted by As Shopped As It Gets. And the top pick was found over on X and was posted by Golden Combat 23. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.